The journey continues to Bikaner on the rail via an overnight train. From Delhi, it's roughly 445 kilometers, about 275 miles, to this desert city in the northwestern Rajasthan. About 7 to 9 hours for around 800 to 1,500 rupees, which is about 10 to $20. You get a sleeper berth complete with sheets, blankets, and curtain that pulls across for sleeping privacy. Where are we going?
We are going to the
Bikaner.
train.
But this isn't just transportation. This is the world's fourth largest railway network. Every day, it carries over 23 million passengers across 68,000 kilometers of track. The day that people ride on top of the trains, well, they are gone. This practice was once common but incredibly dangerous. Why did it stop? A combination of electrification of the rail lines, which made rooftop riding deadly, stricter enforcement, improved safety measures, and most importantly, increased capacity inside the train themselves. The government invested heavily in adding coaches, improving frequency, and making rail travel more accessible and affordable, so people no longer felt compelled to risk their lives on top of the roof.
And off we go. Bye bye.
So it's about 2:30 in the morning. Everybody's sleeping. In the morning, the landscape started changing from green fields to sandy scrublands. Let me tell you about the heart of what was once called Bangladesh, a barren wilderness in the Thar Desert. Bikaner's story begins in 1488 when Rao Bika, the eldest son of Maharaja Rao Jodha, the founder of Jodhpur, chose to carve out his own kingdom rather than inherit his father's throne. This was an act of ambition and independence that gave birth to one of Rajasthan's most remarkable cities. Despite its desert location, the city was strategically positioned as an oasis on the trade route between Central Asia and the Gujarat coast, blessed with adequate spring water, which made it a vital commercial hub, and the city fortunes grew alongside the caravans that passed through.
We just drove through that gate and look at this place. And arrived in this tuk-tuk.
The Bikaner's true golden age came under the sixth Raja, Rai Singhji, who ruled from 1571 to 1611. He accepted the Mughal suzerainty and served as a high-ranking general under Emperors Akbar and Jahangir. His military successes, including winning half of the Mewar kingdom for the empire, earned him Jagirs, land grants in Gujarat and Burhanpur. With this wealth, he built the magnificent Junagarh Fort, which we'll explore in depth. His expertise in arts and architecture, owned during his travels, is evident in every corner of that fort's design.
We made it to our room, but look at this.
Okay, keep looking.
There you go.
The city continued to prosper through successive rulers, eventually coming under British Paramountcy in 1818. One of its most celebrated rulers, Maharaja Ganga Singh, who reigned from 1887 to 1943, represented India at the Imperial War Cabinet and at the Versailles Peace Conference. In 1949, Bikaner acceded to independent India, closing the chapter on its princely state history, but preserving its architectural and cultural legacy for generations. So let's go see the reason most people come to Bikaner, Junagarh Fort, and here's what makes it unique among the Rajasthan fortresses. It's one of the few major forts in Rajasthan not built on a hilltop, just sitting on the desert plains, a bold statement of confidence and power. Construction began in 1589 under the supervision of the Prime Minister of Raj Rai Singh and was completed in 1594, with the original name being Sintamani and was only renamed Junagarh, meaning Old Fort, in the early 20th century. The entrance doors are reinforced with iron spikes to prevent battering by war elephants. So 15th century and the whole fort is basically built in such a zigzag that you'll never see, like, it doesn't go straight and it goes like crooked, so it's never, yeah, not easily accessible, yeah, and never actually been attacked, and it's a famous spot for like Bollywood movies. The fort itself is massive. It covers 5.28 hectares with walls that are 14.5 feet wide and 40 feet high, reinforced by 37 bastions and 7 gates. Let's explore the places within. Each ruler built his own quarters, refusing to live in his predecessor's rooms, so the fort became a layered architectural timeline. Not 5-year construction, but hundreds of years of construction. The early 1900s by the time this section got finished. Throughout the fort, you'll notice the blend of architectural styles. There's early Rajput architecture with Gujarati and Mughal influences, semi-Western architecture reflecting British influence, and revivalist Rajput architecture from Ganga Singh era. So a woman would sit in there while the men are in the courtyard, and this is used for religious ceremonies. And check out the door. It's pretty cool, huh? So this one's for dancing 1745 and parties, and the women are still up in behind those windows. The fort has been called a paradox between medieval military architecture and beautiful interior decoration. And that's exactly right. Outside fortress, inside place of dreams. Simple entrance, but check this out. Look at this. Look at this.
So when they always make the gold painting, they try to mix some painting of indigo. So gold.
Look at this. Look who else came to visit. The Har Mandir temple within the fort, and I hope it's this place, was the royal family's private chapel. Here they celebrated Dussehra, Gangaur, and family occasions. The main deities worshipped are Lakshmi, Narayan, a combined representation of Vishnu and his consort Lakshmi. You recognize the iconic song Matsi Ki Patshala in Rang De Basanti, or scenes from Amir Khan blockbuster PK, where these very walls and courtyards became the backdrop of cinematic magic for a lot of favorite Bollywood movies. This right here, they're lanterns and they use cactus wax or something like that left no black smoke. As I keep showing you this fort, let me tell you about a place we did not go to, and that is Karni Mata Temple, also known as the Rat Temple of Deshnok. It's 30 kilometers from Bikaner, and it's one of India's most unusual temples that houses thousands of sacred rats. Yes, you heard it right. It's rats called kabas. Devotees believe these rats are reincarnated souls of Karni Mata devotees. You have to remove your shoes before entering this marble temple. Walk carefully around the rats. Consider it lucky if a rat runs over your feet. White rats are especially sacred, and photography may be restricted in some areas. Would you go? Let's get back to this fort. Should you get a guide or not? My answer is yes. Our amazing guide shared fascinating information about the royal life and the architectural details of this massive place. It may take you 3 to 5 hours just to walk through this place, so definitely get a tour guide because you'll get detail that is not in guidebooks,
This is why
i.e., this room,
all the children take
the rain room.
tell them what is this.
Water would come out of here when they twist it.
4 years, 5 years more.
But you have like lightning because there was a lot of drought, and so children needed to be told how to what the moon's on. If you want to see people walking on burning coals and swords, visit Bikaner during the Camel Festival on the second Saturday and Sunday of January. This is when the Siddhas perform their feat.
And see the black wall, that is battlement wall, and moat behind the wall. Small Krishna temple there.
So I think this bed is a jula, which is the traditional suspended swinging bed
So it's
in
almost
C.
like a cot, but super hard bed. But you can also hang it up here. See this
Burda
side?
is a practice of
And then
secluding
make it
women from
swing.
the public view.
You don't get much of a view, huh?
These lattice screens, called jali, allowed women to observe events while remaining hidden from public view.
So the purpose of these mirrors is not for you to look at yourself, but to put a lamp there and a lamp there, and then it same thing here, and there's a total of 10, and it will reflect the light, and it will make the room bright. And they say hello.
Gangamal was built in the 20th century by Maharaja Ganga Singh. It houses the Fort Museum and a large Dorbar hall called the Ganga Singh Hall. The museum exhibits war weaponry and even a well-maintained World War One biplane.
With ivory, you're not gonna see this many other places.
They fix the thumb and they
The Round Table Conference from 1930, 1931 to 57.
Ganga Singh, remember? Served in the Imperial War Cabinet and preserved India at Versailles.
So this is an elephant hoda.
The sandalwood throne of the Rathors was called Pugal and was one of the most important royal heirlooms of the dynasty.
All the carvings took 14 years to complete.
Remember the Bollywood movies I mentioned? Well, check it out. Another location. Just a short distance from Junagarh Fort, in the winding lanes of Bikaner's old town, stands another architectural marvel, the Rampuria Havelis. And I say Havelis, plural, because this isn't just one mansion, but a cluster of 9 grand buildings constructed by wealthy merchant families. We ate at a local favorite place that I do not know the name of. However, it's been here for over 100 years, and people still return to this day. The construction began around the 1400s and continued into the 15th century, initiated by Bluji Chalva under orders from the influential Rampuria merchant family. The Rampuria merchants traveled to foreign lands for 9 months of the year and spent the remaining months decorating their mansions and enjoying their wealth at home, a lifestyle that speaks volume about Bikaner's role as a trading hub on the ancient Silk Road. The architecture is stunning. The Havelis are built using Dulmera red sandstone and showcase a seamless fusion of Mughal, Rajputan, and Victorian architecture influences. The carvings are exquisite. While Junagarh Fort displayed royal power, these Havelis show how trade wealth created its own form of urban grandeur. They are over 400 years old, and today many sections are open to the public, though a lot of the Havelis remain privately owned. Even viewing them from the outside is breathtaking. The sheer detail of the stonework, the rhythm of the windows and balconies, the play of light and shadows of the red sandstone facade. They're best visited in the early morning or late afternoon when the desert sun illuminates the red sandstone in a warm golden hue.
So this is done by a local architect, very rich family. And you haven't visited Bikaner if you don't see this building. And this building is English.
One of the particularly noble additions in Bhanwar Niwas was built in 1920s by Bhanwar Rampuria as heir to the textile and real estate fortune. It incorporated the architectural styles prevailing during that era. Today, Bhanwar Niwas has been converted into a hotel, so you get a chance to stay there, with more than 20 guest rooms, each unique and different from the others, offering a chance for you to actually stay at this heritage
All
site.
this is carved out with a small hammer and a small chisel.
Now let's talk about Ghevar, one of Rajasthan's most iconic sweets, and Bikaner is famous for it. It's a disc-shaped Rajasthani sweet with a honeycomb-like texture made from ghee, maida, refined flour, and sugar syrup. The word itself has ancient roots. Ghevar comes from the Sanskrit term graptura, which breaks down into grata, meaning ghee, and pura, meaning filled or cake. And then I had to ask a question. What do the cows eat? Right? Like, what do the cows eat? And so the response is that the first and the last bread that the families make are fed to the cows. As you know, cows are sacred in India. Cows represent the divine and natural beneficence, and they have been associated with various deities, notably Shiva, Indra, Krishna, and goddesses in general because of their maternal attributes. Bikaner city has long been a major hub for trade and business, largely because of its advantaged location along the caravan routes linking India and Central Asia. So we now go to the heart of Bikaner beats loudest, which is its markets.
So this bazaar has been here ever since the 1500s. We're right in the center of old Bikaner.
Hello.
Gooseberry.
Let me tell you about gooseberry, or amla, as it's known in India. Amla, also known as amalaki or Pilantus emblica, is a small green sour fruit native to India and Southeast Asia. For thousands of years, Ayurvedic practitioners have revealed amla as rasayana, a rejuvenating herb believed to support longevity, vitality, and inner balance. The most famous market is Kotte Gate. It's popular because it separates the old city from the new and has a bustling market specializing in leather goods. Bada Bazaar is popular for textiles and jewelry, while Kali Bazaar features aromatic spice shops.
It's pretty quiet market also. Nobody making a lot of noise. Buy from me, buy from me. After 5 o'clock change. Okay.
Dry potato chips.
24-hour chai tea. No, just chai.
Traditional Indian chai. The lifeblood of these bazaars is made with black tea, usually Assam, milk, sugar, and a blend of aromatic spices. The typical ingredients include cardamom, ginger, cinnamon, cloves, and sometimes black pepper. Each chai wala has their own secret ratio, their own technique. Some boil it longer, some add more ginger, some use a specific cardamom to cinnamon ratio. You're invited into a local home where the women are part of an initiative started by the RGAVP, the Rajasthan government's Ajivika Grameen Vikas Parishad, a program specifically designed to nurture the economic capabilities of women. The program recognized something fundamental. These women already possessed incredible skills. They just needed a platform, a marketplace, and support.
Where we're staying.
And our journey continues tomorrow. Hope to see you there.
And we're keeping it simple tonight.